So guys, before we get started, what I'm going to do is go over the matches real quick, and I want to point it out on this screen. That way you can see what matches are being made now by the computer and what matches we're making, okay? So if it says rivalry match, if you look right down there below, above where it's news is, right there, it'll say rivalry match, so you know. So these matches are going to be as much a shock to you as they are to me. Now, we do set the rivalries. I do know who is in the rivalries, and it's not always the ones they're showing, as we found out yesterday. But just going over this, Scott Hall versus Booker T to start it off. The $1 million Universal Championship on the line. The last two guys before we had our problems yesterday was Goldberg, Triple H. They will face off to see who is finally awarded the $1 million Universal title. Women's Raw Championship on the line tonight. All four members are of the Raw brand. Becky Lynch, of course, being the champion. Cody Rhodes will put his Triple Crown television title on the line tonight against AJ Styles. Steve Austin making an appearance on Raw, fighting against Kedri, who will be making his debut tonight. Io Shirai and Dakota Kai, they are the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, but Io Shirai getting her shot tonight at Shyanne Davis's television title, so that should be interesting. Can they work their way out of NXT? Danny Ladz, Totes McGoats facing off tonight. Jane and Kezzaboo. Now this is kind of a weird one, rivalry match. This is one of those ones I don't believe this is what the match is. And then in our main event, Brock Lesnar and GC Rock teaming up to go against the tough guys tonight, Batista and Goldberg, in a tag team match. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. So not your normal Raw. Normally it's Monday Night Raw. This is actually Wednesday Night Raw. Very interesting. It'll be coming to you live tonight. From Providence, Rhode Island. Now, if you're new to this and you don't know what we're doing, most of the wrestlers I make up. I used to be able to say we make up all the wrestlers, but now we're starting to intermingle them with some of the game's wrestlers. But we create the wrestlers, we create the arenas, we create the titles, we write the storylines, but we let the computer play it out. So even though we write the storylines, we can't write out long storylines because we do not know who's going to win. I turn off the commentators and I commentate the matches. I see it as you see it. If that is something you feel like, hey, this might be for me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Absolutely free. Hit the like, share the video. For all those people out there going, hey, you know, George wasn't a good share in his lifetime. George, prove him wrong right now. Share the video. But let's go ahead and get this started. Remember, Booker T, one half of the Universal Tag Team Champions. And you know the NWO wants to get their hands on that belt. Whoa, they're wasting no time. Forget about any kind of entrance. These two cannot wait to get after it. Both men are in the ring. The referee now has control and rings the bell. So Booker T getting off to a hot start. You have Eric Bischoff, Hollywood Hogan down in the corner of Scott Hall. Is that going to... Now, you know the NWO, the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash want to get their shot at the Universal title. 2. So this match is going to go a long way. Are they going to earn a shot, even though this is a one-on-one match? Can Scott Hall tonight help the NWO earn a shot at those Universal World titles? The very next pay-per-view event coming up is going to be, oddly, it's weird how it lined up, but it's going to be the Royal Rumble. Hey, what is going on, Becky? Welcome to the stream. We had one yesterday. We're having one today. That's, I'm shocked. I'm as shocked as you are right now. So the big question is, you know, the NWO, they don't hold any punches. They don't care about cheating. They don't care about whatever. Is Bischoff or Hogan going to play any kind of role in tonight's match? And remember, you still got Stevie Ray, the other half of the Universal Tag. He's not out here, neither is Kevin Nash, shockingly. But are they going to somehow find their way into this? There ain't no telling. If the beginning of the match is any indication, though, we are going to be seeing these two teams go at it for quite some time. Fairly even matched. I mean, back and forth they go. Scott Hall step back there. Throws Booker T to the outside of the ring. And you know, the machismo, he is going to play it up to the crowd. The NWO, they're just not into, like, getting you and winning the match. Yeah, they like winning. They want to embarrass you. That is the whole point of what they're doing. Oh, totally understandable. You can always catch it later, you know? No worries. He'll miss out on the popcorn, though. So Scott Hall off the top rope. That is about 260 plus pounds coming off the top rope, not just into the ring, but to the outside of the ring onto Booker T's chest. And now looks like he's going to get a little power bomb assisted. Oh, he got a twofer. But because the ref is counting, you know that it isn't a false count anywhere, Matt, so he cannot win on the outside. Now, no titles on the line, but you would think that the NWO would want to win this clean, and not just win it clean, but dominate the match to prove to the powers that be they need a shot at the Universal Championship. Booker goes. That is known as the Harlem Hangover. Misses it, though. Scott Hall plays a little possum. And then once again, takes him again to the outside of the ring. Doesn't look like this time he wants to get... Whoa. I would imagine if Hollywood Hogan there gets involved and the referee sees it, that would be an automatic disqualification and totally go against what they're trying to do. Booker T kicks out again in two. But Scott Hall, for the most part, like Booker's had his shots. But here we go, Razor's Edge. This might do it. Comes up, goes down. Rolls him up, and look how he rolled him up. Rolled him up in such a way to keep him out of the ropes, and I've got to believe that is...
Here is your winner, Scott Hall.
That is a really good, hey, we deserve a shot at the title shout out right there. Look at Bischoff. Bischoff and Hogan getting the crowd fired up. Scott Hall taking his moment in the sun. But right now, as promised, we are about to see mano a mano, one-on-one, the last two men of the eight-man match we had last night going after the Universal $1 Million Championship. Now, if you missed it from yesterday, I would suggest going and watching it. But if you missed it from yesterday, our Universal $1 Million Championship is going to serve like a Universal Intercontinental or United States or European Championship, where that is the stepping stone up to the Universal World title. It is another way another avenue to get in there and show that you deserve a shot.
One fall, and is for the Universal $1 Million Championship.
Now, yesterday we had a little snafu right when it got down to the last 2 men in the match, Triple H and Goldberg. So they will face off tonight. Goldberg, because he eliminated the most competitors, will be the one that carries the belt down. But remember, there is no Universal Champ or $1 Million Champion right now, even though that's how he's going to be announced. So Triple H looking determined as he makes his way down to the ring. This would go a long way. Now, Triple H's brand is SmackDown, but he has wrestled now on, on the TSW brand and now on the Raw brand. And as the leader of the DX, this would go a long way for making DX. Now you got the Bloodline, the New World Order, DX, the Four Horsemen, all vying for that top to be named the greatest faction of all time. There's even some up-and-coming ones like Judgment Day, up-and-coming. Are they going to be able to put themselves in a position possibly to get into the talk? Now, they got a little ways to go. What's going on, Tony? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, what a great wrestler. Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, that whole moniker. Really amazing. When you look at even that era of wrestling, just unreal. The number of superstars that came out of that. For a long time, it was really the early stuff. The Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant type era where you had the Brutus Beefcakes and you had the, look at that title. That title is sexy. Junkyard Dogs and Bret Harts and all that. But Bret Hart kind of in that push, one of those like hangover type of a deals into even the new era. But you had so many new created, man, when you look at like the greatest of all time, a lot of them really come from that Attitude Era of wrestling. Yeah, it's kind of funny. We've actually seen a lot of Goldberg, too, lately, because going after the Universal World title, winning that from Totes, then turning around, losing it to Chris Jericho, and now getting after the Universal $1 Million Championship. Can he hold on to it tonight, though? Technically, we haven't had a winner, but Goldberg had almost eliminated. Of the 6 people eliminated, I think he eliminated 4 to 5 of them. So, can he hold on to it tonight, finish off the job? We are about to find out, but man, you know, we talked about it last night as well. What's going on, Eagle Star? Welcome to the stream, brother.
Introducing the challenger from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds. The Game, Triple H! And introducing the champion from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 270 pounds. He is the Universal $1 Million Champion, Goldberg!
Now, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but one of the flimsiest championships ever made was the $1 Million Championship. The champions that actually carried that belt when you ask them about it, they said they didn't even like carrying it because it would break all the time, and it was being held together by bubble gum. So when I heard that story, we made this belt and then found a way to work it into our universe. That's how that all happened. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're here now. So Triple H getting started. Oh, look at that. My leg would not bend that way. That just looks like an owie. But Triple H in control. One of the knocks against Goldberg, like Triple H, Iron Man, you'd never see Goldberg wrestling in an Iron Man match. They said his stamina was terrible. He has so much power that the stamina, that's why his matches had to be quick. Although, when he won the Universal World title against Totes, he did go for a little bit. So, maybe that has been overstated. And now he's starting to get a hold of Triple H. Both of these guys, every move they've got seems super powerful. So then it comes down to not exactly who can outlast who. Like, normally, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's going to be pacing and this and that. This is going to be who can land the moves first. Like, you look at that. You've got a big knee coming down off that top rope. 1, 2. Wow. See what I'm talking about? You get like 280 pounds coming off the top rope, landing a knee on your chest. That'll end your night quick. And right now, it looks like Triple H really has been the one in control of this match. It's almost like the first 1 to 10 moves wins. Yeah, we're going to see Stone Cold wrestling tonight as well. Yeah, it wasn't until recently I even started watching wrestling again, but I missed the Attitude Era. I missed ECW. I missed WCW. I liked them all. All the ones from that era. So many great, like, just historic stables, tag teams, wrestlers, like, unreal. Really great story writing, really great creative stuff going on then. Yeah, definitely loved it then, for sure. Thank you, Becky. Yeah, my one is on another level right now. Oh! Goldberg using the ropes off that top rope. But he is only getting in 1 or 2 moves. And Triple H gets it turned back around quickly. The Cerebral Assassin. Got to watch out for it. 1, 2. And this time only a 2 count. It was about 2 3/4 in the last one, but this time only really a 2 count. So Goldberg might be recovering a little bit, but Triple H says he's not having it. Has him up. Goldberg gets out, went to clothesline him. Triple H stops it, snap suplex, and this might be setting it up. Triple H looks like he's calling for it. Is he going to get him in to the pedigree? Goldberg now, though, getting it turned back around. Big power bomb goes, rolls the leg. 1, 2. Oh, not even a 2, but is that going to set up his finishing move? Goldberg split open. Oh, it looked like he was going for the jackhammer. Triple H gets it reversed back around, though. Gets him back up and in a kind of a weird little back suplex move now. Pulls that chin almost to the ground. And Goldberg again out in 2. And here it is. If he gets this in, you gotta believe it's done. Oh, had him up. Goldberg reverses it, hits him this time with the clothesline. Picks up Triple H, grabs Triple H, and now he's calling for it. Is he gonna get in his move? The jackhammer. It looks like he does. Puts the leg up. 1, 2, 3, and Goldberg is your brand new Universal $1 Million Champion.
Here is your winner, and still Universal $1 Million Champion.
It was on last night, Tony. It was a pretty good show, too. It was a pretty good show. It was one of the better Royal Rumbles. They did a very good job at not just who won the Royal Rumbles. Like, you could probably guess who won the Royal Rumbles. But what was really good about it is they used the Royal Rumbles to actually progress other storylines and create some new ones. There's going to be some new things, I think, that come out of it. They did a really good job, I feel, last night. There's a couple snafus. There was one match where you're like, man, that could have been on another. It really should have been on Raw. It shouldn't have been a pay-per-view thing. But congratulations going out to Goldberg, brand new Universal Champion. Now, Raw's Women's World Championship, Raw Women's World Championship on the line. Right now, we're going to see Alexa Bliss. We're going to see the largest women competitor, the largest female competitor, Crimson, Kane's daughter, performing. Heather D, former TSW world title, going after Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, current Raw Women's Champion, puts her title on the line right now. Yeah, there's only one other match. I don't even know if you guys want to hear about it, but the match between that shocked me was the match between the dark match. One that I don't know why they called it a dark match. It was weird. I mean, kind of cool, but weird. You would expect to see that in the female, in the female wrestlers, the way they did it. Reminds me of Naomi's glow outfit. It's kind of neon-ish, weird. It was weird. But the outcome and how that match played out shocked me, to be fair. Now, in a couple weeks, it might make sense. It depends on what comes out of it. So one thing we still don't exactly know is the women's NWO tied to the men's NWO. We know Totes owns the rights to the New World Order. He beat Hollywood Hogan all the way back in Season 1, I believe, for the rights. Maybe it's the start of Season 2 for the rights of the NWO and the NWO trademark. But now we're starting to see Hollywood back. We're seeing Randy Savage wearing it. The Outsiders, they're wearing the thing again. So are they paying Totes? We don't know. And then is the women's faction tied to the men's faction? Are they tied in with Hogan's faction? We don't know. Now, the largest female wrestler we have on any brand, Crimson, making her way down to the ring right now. The only woman that steps over the top rope. Now, Crimson has seen some success in TSW, but was not used as much. Is she going to be used more now that she's on the Raw brand? Yeah, and it was Alexa Bliss's and Bianca Belair's match last night at the Royal Rumble, for real, that was like, I don't know, like, it was okay. It wasn't a bad match. It was just like, it's one of those things that make you go, It wasn't like pay-per-view-esque, you know, like there was nothing really over the top. There was, I don't know. It wasn't extra, you know what I mean? It was a good match. It just weird. And then if you listen to Bray Wyatt talk, Bray Wyatt has said the Fiend character is dead. Never coming back. Died at the last match he had. That character died off, never coming back. But there may be another character coming. It seemed to be the character that wrestled last night in the dark match. I don't know. We'll see. Who knows? Now, all of our titles, if you look, all the Raw brand titles are red. The belts are red. And I'm not trying to make the women's pink. I'm just trying to make them a lighter red. I know that's kind of pink, but pink wasn't exactly the point of what I was trying to do. We love all of you guys too, Becky. I appreciate it. Enjoy it when you're watching it later with Sentinel. We'll see you later. So, Raw Women's Championship on your competitors getting their first shot at the title. At least the newly redesigned title. So right away, the champ gets squared up with Crimson. Alexa Bliss and Heather going after it. But if you want to be a champion now on the Raw brand, really, you would think that, yeah, I get that the title goes through Becky, but you would think that the title goes through Crimson. At some point, as the champion, you're going to have to fight and beat Crimson. So really, you have two of the smallest in Alexa Bliss and Heather D, two of the smallest competitors. Becky kind of in the middle. Not super, not big either. And then the largest female competitor. So if I was these other three, I would just team up against Crimson. Get her on out of there. This is an elimination match, so this isn't like this is a fatal four-way, one pin's going to win it. This is an elimination match. Alexa Bliss now trying to get up after. Trying to get up after. That was a. I'm going to have to just call her Bliss because their A-word is listening right now. So they get squared back up the way they were. It looked like they were going to get mixed up a little bit, but Bliss now going after Heather D. And Crimson taking a break in the corner. Becky rolls out. Probably wisely rolls out. And Alexa Bliss using one of the more technically difficult moves. And a 2 count on Heather. But those knees, like going forward is one thing. Coming back and hitting it the same way is another. Alexa now wanting to get up after Crimson, but that was short-lived. And if I was Becky, I would probably just at least for a little while try to stay away from her, but she is not like true champion style right there. The champ going after the biggest and baddest bully in the schoolyard. Almost double choke slam, reverses back out of it, but Crimson again gets her with the backdrop. Heather, pile driver to Alexa Bliss. Crimson now rolls up the leg. 1, 2, and kicks out in 2. H-bomb now being delivered to Alexa Bliss. Heather rolls the leg. This might do it for Bliss. And 2 3/4, but she kicks out of it. Crimson now rolls up the champ. 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
And not the best strategy. Like I said, you know, when Becky was going after Crimson and not getting the best of her, I would have switched it up right then. I would have been like, okay, it's not working right now. I would have tried to get one of the other two, leave her alone for a little bit. Maybe one of the other two have like a better luck, you know what I mean? Like maybe it was the speed or the kind of moves or like who knows, but I would have backed off. Becky, though, did not do that. Not in her, just not her style, you know. She's going to go after her regardless. Big now headbutt. Oh, man. Big headbutt to the back of Heather's head. Crimson only gets a 1 count, but now didn't think she would see Bliss coming, but she does. Gets her up. Big suplex. Heather now. And this is where you got to double team the Amazon, right? Back and forth, but Crimson getting the best of him. Oh, look at that. Big DDT by Bliss. Is she going to roll the leg? 1, 2. And a 2 count. Heather kind of hanging back. Now that's what I would do. I'd be like, okay, look, let's stay behind this referee right here. But now they can't even help themselves. Heather now, so Bliss throws Crimson into the steps, and then Heather goes and throws Bliss into the, like, out of control. Hey, what is going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream, brother. You just missed the Universal $1 Million Championship. It's finally decided. Goldberg wins. Bliss out in 1, but Heather's like, hey, maybe you should have kicked out. Now Bliss getting double teamed. And I think Heather's got the exact wrong idea. Now she is in the bad spot. And here goes a double team. Back onto her. Oh! That might do it for Heather. Oh, kicks out, though. And Crimson again waiting for Bliss. There it is again. Big DDT. Heather did not think Bliss was going to turn on her that quick. I didn't either. I thought Bliss might have been going for a pin onto Crimson, but instead turns her attention back towards Heather. I'll be honest, it seems like the only one that has had real solid success against Crimson has been Alexa Bliss. Heather really hasn't had a go at it, and obviously Becky Lynch did not work out so well for her, but look at that. And Crimson is like, what is going on with this little girl? Oh, there it is. Another big DDT. Will that do it for Heather? Can she kick out? 1, 2. And kicks out again in 2. Yeah, I do too. Bliss, thank goodness for Heather. Bliss too far away from the target. Ends up coming up quite a bit short. Shocked she even jumped, to be honest, off the top rope. And here she does it again. If she tries the same move, she will, like, whoa! Jumps up over the top of Crimson this time, though, cross body. And somehow Heather kicks out again. Heather now rolling out of the ring. Alexa Bliss almost looking like she might be the favorite to win. Rolls the leg of Crimson. 1, 2. And 2 3/4, which is a lot farther than I thought it would be. But look at Bliss go. Hits her again. At least she's learning from her mistake with the knees. Only a 2 count. Heather tries to get up and get her. Doesn't. Gets that like Hurricane Rana DDT. Heather is close enough for the knees, though. What is that? Summers, I think the only reason Heather's still in this is because of the rope break. Crimson, though, big choke slam, and I don't know how Alexa survives this. 2. Jeez. 2 3/4. Like, I thought she's good. Like, she's fine until she starts getting big-time moves put up against her. And Alexa taps out to Crimson, and now it is down. And Crimson now on another level. That is the second choke slam. Rolls the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Crimson becomes your brand new Raw Women's World Champion.
Here is your winner and new Raw Women's World Champion, Crimson.
That might be the only thing that gets her to stop messing with Heather. What is she doing? Freaky! That might be the face of your Raw Women's Champion for a while. Who is going to be able to step up to her? Especially, think about this. Mano a mano, 1v1. Who's going to be able to step up to her and take that title from her? Don't know. Going to have to find out. Next, one of the few Triple Crown. Now, we had a bunch of Triple Crowns, and we got rid of it. If a title now has the name Triple Crown in it, that means it can appear on all 3 shows. So, Triple Crown champions, Universal champions can appear on all 3 shows. Otherwise, it is brand specific what their titles are. Cody Rhodes, the Triple Crown TV champion, will put the TV title on the line tonight. And the requirement of the TV title is it appears once a week on a television program. It won't get defended at a pay-per-view because it is the television championship. So, at least once a week, it's not only determined to be just once a week, but at least once a week it will be defended on a television program.
One fall, and is for the Triple Crown Television Championship.
So AJ Styles making his way down to the ring. Apparently bringing a couple bodyguards down to the ring, making sure there's no funny business, or maybe they're there to make some funny business. It'll be interesting to see, does Cody have anybody coming down to the ring with him? There's some guys that you just think if there was a television title, like who would be the guys to defend it? Really, AJ is one of the guys top of mind. Now, some people may like Cody Rhodes' big red jacket thing that he wears out to the ring. I don't, so I changed it. But television championship on the line. Both the men's and the women's will be on Raw, at least this week. Remember, we still have our very next pay-per-view event coming up, the Royal Rumble. Now, we've seen TSW, we've seen Raw, we'll see SmackDown, and then the next shows will be the final shows before the pay-per-view. So after this, there's only one more Raw, 2 more SmackDowns, 1 more TSW before we hit the Royal Rumble. They do. Yep, they do. Yeah, when they come out just by themselves, I have them come out to their entrance. Yep.
Introducing the challenger from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And introducing the champion from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 254 pounds. He is the Triple Crown Television Champion, the American Dream, Cody Rhodes.
Man, you know, in 2K23, after seeing his character by just looking at his hair, it looks like they are doing some really. I'm very excited about this new game coming out. Very excited. Excited about the things you can do, but also excited about some of the stuff, the smaller stuff. Building upon this game, I figured this game was just a base. All I need them to do is build upon the game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see all the stuff. Few other things came out, ratings related wise, like new news, but whatever. I don't really care about the ratings of wrestlers. Like, they make that up to be a big deal. I care about the logic, the AI logic of the game, and I care about the creation suites. What can you do inside the creation suites, and who's in the game, because it's going to determine who I either have to use a slot on or not use a slot on. AJ getting off to a very quick start, though. Cody reeling just a little bit. And you would think, you know, of all the matches, a Goldberg versus a Triple H match, everybody wants to see Goldberg and Steve Austin. I always want to see Goldberg and Triple H. I thought that would be a great match. AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. I mean, getting the great wrestlers, but then matching them up with somebody that, like, where they can put on that match. That's what makes those crazy good matches. Cody trying to get up. Couldn't quite get out of the way. AJ caught him with a foot. And this is not going to be a false count anywhere match. You can hear the ref count all the way up to 5 already. Cody now starting to get it turned back around. And that'll get things evened up real quick. Luke now making his way over. Referee count up to 7 now. Whoa! Just missed, but somehow still recovered fast enough. Is that going to come back? If he had landed that might have been crazy. Oh. Speaking of great equalizers. Missouri Brainbuster, that'll do it. AJ really getting to work on that head.
7.
Up to 7, but remember, AJ can win on a countout. He just won't win the title belt. Cody now fighting now. Goes crossbody off the top rope. And both of these guys will have springboard maneuvers and top rope moves as well. Somehow Cody held on, even though he got hit right in the gut. Held on long enough, and I think it kind of shocked AJ a little bit. AJ stood there and was like, wait, what? Gets the double axe handle, and only a 1 count. Now, we've seen Luke try to make his way over, but so far, Luke and Carl, neither one of them, making much of an impact into this match. Cody trying to get things turned around, but I would think so far, at least for the majority of the match, AJ has had the upper hand, and there it is, but Cody gets out of the way. Is this going to be the mistake he needed to where he not just takes control, but maintains control of the match, maintains control of AJ Styles? Whips him now into the corner. Can he? Oh, here we go. A brainbuster, little top rope assisted, but a little brainbuster of his own. And you look at the position of how AJ was up on that rope. And there it is. That might do it right now. TV title may not be changing hands tonight. 2, 3, and Cody Rhodes retains the Triple Crown TV title. Like I was saying, I think one of the things that happened, you look at the body weight where that kind of neck breaker type of a maneuver, because of the weight of AJ Styles, is being used against him. So when he hits, it's a much higher impact move. May not look like it, but it is a much higher impact move. And that's probably one of the reasons you take that move and then right into a finishing move. Why? Even though AJ was controlling most of the match, could not hold on. Now Kedri gets his shot. Wait, what's going on, Sentinel? Heard you were sleeping. But welcome to the stream, brother. Kedri now making his Raw debut and against Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Battle of the Baldness. Gotta love it. Now, what's kind of interesting, no titles on the line for this match, but what's kind of interesting is we haven't seen Kedri wrestle in a while. Wasn't even sure what brand he was going to be on, but now we know. Kind of makes you wonder, though, do we see maybe Sheamus, even though Sheamus isn't on the Raw brand, but maybe do we see Sheamus and Kedri hook up, form their own tag team? Maybe Sheamus, Kedri, Butch, Drew McIntyre. I don't know. Could be an interesting faction, though. Something that we will start to keep our eyes on. And here he is, the man, the myth, the legend. When you hear that glass break, you know one thing's about to happen and mud holes are about to get stomped. Steve Austin making his way down to the ring. He's like one of those, doesn't need an introduction. Even his ring music never changed. If you look at some other guys, their ring music changed a little bit here and there. You know what I mean? Going through. Stone Cold's always the same. Glass shattering. As soon as he got that moniker, that was it. It's like Goldberg. Goldberg's music never changed. Here we go, getting started. Looked like Stone Cold was gonna get the fast start, but Kedri reverses back out of it. And that's what Kedri's gonna have to do. One of the other big things I'm really looking forward to is you can see the difference between a created wrestler base model and like the Stone Cold Steve Austin. That is supposed to change, and we've seen how good the base players look in 2K23 so far. We've seen about 20, 30 of them. They all look phenomenal. now they say that our created wrestlers will be on par. Their base models will be on par with the wrestlers that are in game. So looking forward to that as well. Now Kedri's starting to get after it. Stone Cold, though, now starting to get it turned back around. Gets him up, and that is going to be the tough thing with Kedri. Pretty much everything Stone Cold does is going to have a little oomph behind it. So staying out of striking distance from Stone Cold Steve Austin is something that they are going to have to do. Guys, remember, if this is your first time, I do not control the wrestlers. I put them together. I create a lot of the wrestlers now. I can't say all of them because now, obviously, look, Stone Cold, we did some thing in a storyline where now we're on Raw and SmackDown, so real wrestlers involved. But we create most of the wrestlers. We create all the title belts. We create all the arenas. We create all the storylines. We mix it all up in a bowl. We let the computer decide who's going to win these matches. Look, Mom, no hands. We turn off the commentators, and I commentate. So if that's something you're interested in, guys, hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and it will be greatly appreciated. The only thing you'll ever have to do, the only thing I'll ever ask you to do, subscribe, watch the videos, be a part of the community, a pretty fun group of folks, and share the video. And that's more for you guys than it is for me. That's just to prove all the haters wrong in your life that didn't think you were a good share. Back when you had the Lincoln Logs, and people would go tattle and say, hey, little Johnny won't share the Lincoln Logs. Well, you can show them now they're wrong. Johnny is a good share, and you better recognize. Kedri coming up off the top rope, doing the crazy. Can you imagine you're laying on the ground, like you're laying on the ground, you're looking up, and this guy's getting on the top rope, and you're like, dude, I'm just trying to recover from the last thing you did. And then he comes up, like flying at you like he's crazy. I'd be like, whoa, what is this? Flying at me like he's all willy-nilly. Get a job. I'll be flying at me like you're crazy. You fly at me normal. Steve Austin now getting things turned back around. Gets him in the corner. Kedri gets himself out, but doesn't think that Austin was as fast as he was, but he's a Texas rattlesnake. He can strike you that quick. Austin now goes, rolls up the leg. And Kedri gets it reversed back around. This has really been a back and forth match. Oh, right on the back of the old scunion of Austin. Rolls the leg. Only a 1 count. And it's crazy. If you look, oh, this is Kedri's finishing move, the Irish car bomb now. 1, 2, and Austin kicks out in 2. Kedri can hardly believe it. We don't see many people kick out of that move. Now he rolls up, try to get the ankle lock on him, but Austin all wrapped up in the ropes. Referee right on top of that calls for the break. Oh, looked like he was going for it again, but Austin kind of caught him. And Kedri, as he has done all match, has kind of been 1 step ahead. Every time Austin, he's not a step ahead of that though. Now rolls up the leg. 1, 2, and Kedri kicks out of a stunner. Can you believe that? Yeah, we're not worthy. Austin can't believe it. Austin says, oh, okay, hold on, mud hole stomping time. We're going to have to stomp some mud holes. Oh, look at him. Giving him the old what for. Now setting up for it again. You got to believe if he hits the stunner again. Oh, look at that. That has got to be it. 1, 2, 3. But being able to just kick out of 1 stunner is impressive. Kedri in his debut match loses to Steve Austin. Yeah, you know, I don't know how many hands I would shake, but if I lost the match. But after going through that, one of the greatest, the Texas Rattlesnake, I'm probably shaking some hands. You know what I mean? Austin's like, okay, I'm about to keep my peepers on you, though. You Irish car bomb me. I don't know how much I can trust you. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Really, and I think as you start to get into that second quarter, after some nerves maybe calm down a little bit, you know, how is it playing out at that point? You know what I mean? So two very interesting things going on here. Obviously, Shyanne Davis, the women's
champion versus champion contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Triple Crown Women's Television Championship.
Obviously, Shyanne, the women's television title holder, Triple Crown television champion. Interesting, but here's the interesting thing. Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, but Io Shirai getting her chance tonight, now known as Io Sky, but Io Shirai getting her shot tonight at the Triple Crown television title. You got to believe if she wins this, that these two will be making their way up to one of the rosters, and that Triple Crown title belt can travel. So they're getting their shot tonight. The other very interesting thing, the thing that we were kind of wondering about, is the women's NWO connected to the men's version of the NWO? You know they used to be, but it wasn't the Hollywood version now. But are they connected now to the Hollywood version of it? And we're getting our answer right now. So Shyanne Davis making her way down to the ring, but look at who is in tow with her, Eric Bischoff. So very obvious now, the men's and the women's NWO are in cahoots. But you would think they would be, but it's just weird. It came from two different spots, so hard to say if they were going to be or not, but now we know for a fact they are. So one of the greatest TSW women's champions on the Raw brand now. You look, and it was very debatable, still is debatable. Like, who's the better champion? Shyanne or Ozzy? You can make a strong argument for both. But now on the Raw brand, already having success winning the Triple Crown television title, and now defending the title in her very first title defense, giving somebody from NXT a shot to make a main roster. So, you can hear the fans shouting Io.
Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, Io Shirai. And introducing the champion from St. Louis, Missouri, she's the Triple Crown Women's Television Champion, Shyanne Davis.
So we know that Dakota Kai and Io Shirai are a part of Damage Control. They're still in NXT, though. The leader is Bayley, is on the SmackDown brand. So it would only make sense that they go there, but that's not necessarily always how it works. We've seen a couple of the factions split between all three brands to try to dominate all the brands. So we'll have to keep an eye out. We'll see how Io does tonight. If she wins this title, you got to believe that she will be signing with a major brand soon. One of the three, Raw, TSW, or SmackDown. And if she goes, you got to believe Dakota Kai is going as well. And it might not even be a matter of if she wins the title. That's a for sure thing. It might be how well does she do. If Shyanne comes out and dominates this match, which she isn't so far, but if she did come out and just got dominated, obviously probably going to be in NXT for another minute or two. But already a 2 count on the champion, and I think the champion's kind of reeling a little bit, a little shocked at what is going on. So is she going to be able to get things turned around? We talked about how great of a champion she was in TSW, but at that time, not currently, but at that time it was a much smaller stage. TSW now on par with SmackDown and Raw, so they're all big stages now. But the time she was in there, much smaller venues, not as many people. Is that going to play into it at all? Maybe a little bit of nerves going on, maybe not. Like Cheyenne starting to get things turned around right here now, taking it up to the top rope. Io reached out, missed her. Cheyenne tried a double axe handle, but it's almost like Io's size. She jumped right over the top of her. Big slam. And that's one of the things that has made Cheyenne kind of so successful. Even though she is a smaller wrestler, she has some very powerful moves that she has to use leverage to generate that power, but does a very good job of it. So something that Io's got to watch out for, because it's a little bit deceptive. Oh, getting it locked in. Has the hand up around the chin. Pulling back, wrapped around the waist, but Io fighting out of it. So Io started off fast, but it has been Cheyenne ever since. Can she get it turned back around? So every time she about does it, Cheyenne stops it. Oh, right back down on the face. Is she going to? No, she is not going to roll up the leg. Takes it back up to the top. Dakota Kai throws a chair in. I got to be honest. That's the first time I've seen a wrestler in this game. Oh, you see that? That might do it. 1, 2. And Cheyenne kicks out in 2. But that is the first time I've seen a wrestler, not a manager, a wrestler, get involved and try to throw something into the ring or do something. We haven't seen it one time in 2K22 until just now. Hoping that changes as well. Don't think Cheyenne saw her up on the top, but saw her get down. Now gets it right there. Big chin buster. And that normally sets up. Wait. Dakota Kai getting involved in this match again. For the second time, we have never seen a non-manager, and she is a non-manager, a wrestler, even if she's escorting her down to the ring, get involved in a match. Now hits her again, rolls the leg. 1, 2, and 2 3/4. Holy Moses. I think right now, the way it is going, Io Shirai very much proven herself and maybe getting a call up to one of the main brands sooner rather than later. Shyanne now hits her with the 8-second ride, pulls her out back into the ring. This may be taking way too long to get the pin, though. Rolls her up. 1, 2, and kicks out in 2. It's kind of what I thought. I thought that might have taken a little bit too long to pull her out into the ring, giving Io a chance to recover. But now, get that submission move, locked in again. We have seen her win with this move. One of the few people, we've seen multiple people put this move on, but she actually wins with it. Shyanne Davis will remain your Triple Crown television champion.
Here is your winner, and still Triple Crown Women's Television Champion, Shyanne Davis.
But that is still a really great effort. I think we are going to see Io and Dakota somewhere. Probably on the SmackDown brand would be my guess. Don't know. Now we are into the last 3 matches of the night. If you're going back and you're rewatching these matches and you missed the part where I broke it down right before we started all this, the very first match and every match from here on out is a rivalry match. I didn't set any of these matches. I do know who their rivals are. Most of them aren't even right yet, but when the match starts, they turn out right. So, anyway, Scarlett will be escorting Totes my Goats down to the ring. Ever since he's been on the Raw brand, we have seen this, and he looks to be facing Danny Ladz. So we'll have to see what goes on. So Totes waiting. Wait. Danny's music has stopped. And what is this? The Macho Man, Randy Savage. Wait, what? Wow. Wow. Let's see if this fixes it. God dang it. Yeah, but Danny Ladz is invisible. I don't understand. Okay, let's try this. Well, what is that? That doesn't even make sense. Hold on, we'll try one more time. All right, moving on. See if we could quit the match and then go back into it. So weird. I mean, I don't know why this game all of a sudden is doing this. Like, this is the second, like, episodic thing in a row where we have had a match mess up like this. So, okay, we're going to try it one more time. If not, we're going to move on to the next one. Yeah, the neat thing, if you keep the rival, just as editor's note real quick, but if you can keep the rivalry matches in, that's where you get your cutscenes. I have no control. I don't know where we are supposed to have control in 2K23 and 2K22, you don't know. But it is one way to keep the things going. So let's see if this works. And it doesn't. God dang it. Next match. So, no telling what happens in that match. Now, when we pick next match, it is going to determine who a winner or loser was. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. Look, though, like Randy Savage is coming down, getting involved. We will probably just write that one right on out, but whatever. Hopefully that is not what keeps happening here. So this is another interesting one. Kezzaboo and Jane both, again, rivalry match, but both are a tag team. So the fact that they're having a match right now, yeah, see? They're not. Now, we've seen Becky Lynch get involved in Jane's matches before. Jane does not see her coming. Whoa! Sidesteps her right there. Now, starting to get the better of Becky. Like, Becky had the advantage. And looks like she may not be having the advantage right now. Jane not even out of her attire yet. And Becky attacking her before this match can even get going. I'm not even sure that the wrestlers are even going to make it into the ring. Well, they're definitely having a stare down. That is for sure. Hey, what is going on, Randall? Welcome to the stream. That is good to know. Would you believe I've never seen Doctor Who? So Jane just decides she is going to get in the ring. I didn't hear the referee ring a bell. So is this an official match or not? We don't know, but what we do know is Becky is getting the better of Jane right now. And again, this is the second time we have seen Becky get involved in one of Jane's matches. Oh, big clothesline levels Becky. Becky, though, just lost her world championship belt tonight. Maybe a little mad about that and starting to take it out on Jane. Jane, again, back to her feet. Becky letting it fly, though. And hits her again with the clothesline. Finally, the referee getting involved saying, hey, look, this isn't even a match. So how is this going to keep developing? That is the second time. The first time, Jane did get the better of her, even though Becky got involved in the match. This time, though, looks like Becky got the better of her. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. And I am sure that there is a bigger match in their future. Hey, what is going on, Grady? Welcome to the stream. So here it is again, another rivalry match. GC Rock teaming up with Brock Lesnar to go against the newly formed tag team, the Tough Guys of Goldberg, who is doing double duty. He has already won tonight. Won the $1 million Universal Championship, but now tags up against Batista. So he's faced Triple H. Now he's got to face Brock Lesnar. And gee, he might have to rely a little bit heavier on Batista in this match. We'll have to see what happens. GC Rock, though, now making his way down to the ring. Penny in tow, even though Penny is the GM of the TSW brand, making an appearance to walk G down to the ring here on Monday night or on Wednesday Night Raw. lot today. So this is an interesting pairing. GC Rock and Brock Lesnar, as of right now, are not a tag team, but getting paired up tonight to go against Goldberg and Batista. Because of what happened yesterday, this match was already on the books. But because of what happened on Monday night in TSW with the Universal $1 Million Championship, Goldberg had to wrestle in the second match of Raw tonight to determine who the winner was going to be. And now, again, draws kind of a tough card. So we'll see what happens with this. Yeah, I even calmed down how many things on Penny glows just to bring it back to the eyes. Kind of freaky coming down the ring, just the eyes glowing. So here's another funny thing. You look at right now Brock Lesnar get escorted down to the ring by Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman escorts one wrestler per program down to the ring. Brock Lesnar on Raw, the Tribal Chief on SmackDown, and Omos on the TSW brand. Kind of funny. But yeah, GC Rock couldn't have got a better partner. It is the Raw World Title holder. Really, kind of our first time getting a look at the World Title belt on Raw too. Very sharp looking belt. That's one thing I hope that in the WWE they change up their titles. I get it. Like if there was one, if you had a Raw World Champion, a SmackDown World Champion, and then had a Universal Champion, and it was one of those belts like the black belt with the big W, and that was the only one, I'd be fine with that. I just think it's not that imaginative. And now the brand new $1 Million Champion making his way down to the ring. Has wrestled already one time tonight, but is fixing to wrestle here again. Boy, could you imagine Goldberg and Batista in a tag team trying to beat the likes of those guys? Whoa, what is going on here? G just tagged himself in. Brock is like, all right, that doesn't make any sense. Penny and Paul Heyman talking about it. And Goldberg starting off the match. Didn't think Goldberg would be the one starting off the match. Again, has already wrestled tonight. Winning the Universal $1 Million Championship. Really thought Batista would probably be the one taking on the majority, like the yeoman's work in this match. But wait a minute, what is this? Oh! Brock tries to help out. Goldberg ducks out of the way, though. And now both men down on the outside of the ring. Referee trying to get control of the match again. GC Rock, remember, he's still the legal man. Brock Lesnar now down on the ground. What a crazy turn of events. Goldberg gets Batista tagged in. And Paul Heyman going over, checking on Brock Lesnar. Penny trying to keep an eye on what's going on there. GC Rock starting to get things turned back around in the ring, but is Brock Lesnar going to get back up? He is still on the ground. So it's pretty obvious Brock Lesnar and GC Rock not really used to tag teaming it up. And already about 3 snafus in this match, even though currently they seem to be in control, but Batista might have something to say about that. Getting things turned around right now. Big spine buster slam. And now Lesnar back on his feet, but he is not getting up onto the apron. Gee, in a bad way. Definitely on the wrong side of this. 1, 2. And if you look, Brock Lesnar not jumping in to save G at all. But he finally does get back up. G gets him tagged back in. Or gets him tagged in really for the first time. And now Brock Lesnar and Goldberg face off. But again, I know I keep saying this, but remember, and they take this into account, this isn't Goldberg's first match, so it's not like he's super fresh. So that'll be something also to keep an eye on. Goldberg now using that top rope, getting a couple reps in. Must have not have got his full workout done in the gym. Now rolls up the leg. 1. And it looks like Lesnar and GC Rock starting to get on the same page a little bit. Lesnar just not sure what he wants to do. He was going up on the top rope. He's going over the side rope. G rolls out of the ring, trying to get away. Gets some recovery time. Rolls to the right part of the ring, but Goldberg says, okay, that's what he's going to do. Goes up after Brock Lesnar. And now trying to get after G. Goldberg taking care of everybody right now. Now trying to take care of Paul Heyman. And I don't think the champ is going to appreciate this all too much. But right now he's down and not a whole lot he can do about it. G trying to get over to take care of it. Almost had Goldberg, but doesn't. Goldberg drops him down onto a knee out on the outside. And Goldberg still, I don't know what his deal with Paul Heyman is, but he is not happy with him. Slams him again. And G gets thrown into the stairs. 7 count. 8 count. And there's going to be a count out. And it turns out it's a draw in the main event of the evening. We have a draw, and yeah, I kind of agree. Only a 1-star match for that. Very odd, the ending of this whole thing. Very odd how it went down. And there seems to be a lot of tension between GC Rock and Brock Lesnar. Is that going to be something that plays into things in the future episode? We don't know. But definitely something we're going to have to keep our eye on. And what was the deal with Goldberg? Is that something? Is Brock and Goldberg going to get after it? Don't know. But guys, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Remember, it means a ton to us. Subscribe to the channel. If you see the stuff that you like, subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications. Ring that bell. Ding, ding, ding. Like the video. Share the video so we can keep bringing you more and more of this stuff. And we will catch all of you guys. I know. I hate it too. We will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.